Hey everybody, I want to show you a quick look. We're going to start this morning with the Mary Kay Foundation Primer. This has sunscreen in it, SPF 15. So this is going to, I've already done my skincare, so this is going to give a smooth finish for the foundation. And today I'm going to use CC cream because I really don't want full coverage. I just want a nice even tone. So I just put a little bit on. And I start around the nose and the cheeks. This makes your face feel like satin. Very smooth. Okay. So now that that is on, I'm going to use, this is Light 2. This is a concealer. I like that it's in a tube because the wand, when you have them with the wand, they you dip them in, you put it on your face, you dip it in again, so all that stuff is getting, that like germs and stuff is getting on your I have dark areas in here. Is getting into your tube. So this to me is more sanitary. And then I put it on my nose because I don't know, with allergies, I'm always rubbing at my nose. So okay, now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the CC cream. I use light to medium. This also has SPF 15 in it. Put it on my foundation brush, and I'm gonna put my mirror over here because I can't really see without my glasses. Everything, it's blurry. So and bring it down. Don't forget to bring it down below the jawline so you don't look like you're wearing a mask. You don't want that line here. But you see how it evens it, the tone, the skin tone out. And now I'll do the other side. And this here is layerable, so you can put more than one coat on if you want to build up the coverage a little more. And again, don't forget the jawline. Get rid of those lines that like this so you don't look like you wear a mask. I'm just going to put a little more on. Dab here to make it even. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is my contour. That is this one here. And on the back of the brush, I put my finger, there's a little indentation here, I put my finger there, and I dab into this part here like that. Okay, tap the excess off. Right here on the bone, you'll see there's like a hollow here, and then the bone here. This is where you want to put it, right along that line. And you're just going to touch and push up. You don't want to drag it down because you'll look like you have a beard. That there. Now we'll repeat the same on this side. Again, here's my bone here. So feel for your bone, the cheekbone. So there it is. So we're going to just put it there and push up. And again, I need to check in the mirror that I did this properly. Because I can't see. Okay. Okay, so the next step, what we're going to do is we are going to do our blush. So on the Mary Kay brushes, you can flip this one over now and use this side as your blush brush. So I'm going to dab into my blush right here. You can see I have that on there. And you're going to start right about the apple of your cheek right here, but you don't want to go any more than 2 fingers from your nose. So right here on the apple of your cheek, you can smile to, I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. Well, to bring the cheek out so you can see where it is. Just like that there. So just up. And then again on the other side, smile. Just right there. Don't want to go any closer than 2 inches from the nose. Just like that. And one thing I failed to do with the contour, again, we'll flip the brush over, put the finger there. We're going to contour right here. This is going to give more definition. Now blend it down. Don't just leave a line there. It creates a shadow, which creates depth. Same over here. There we go, just like that. And if I didn't have bangs, I would do this, but because I have bangs, I don't typically do this, but I'll show you. It just contour up in here. If you want, you can think of it like a 3, just here and then here. Okay, so that is done. Next step. Okay, so next is the eyeliner. And we have eyeliner in different colors. We have steel, we have blue, we have brown, we have black. And you just push it up here. It's like a crayon. It's very, and it's waterproof. So it's soft. And then each eyeliner has its own sharpener built into it. So what I do is I don't want a big thing of eyeliner. I just want it to thicken my eyelashes. So I'm going to use my mirror only because, again, I can't see without it. Everything's a blur. But what I do is I start right, what they call it, tight lining, which is right on the line for the eyelashes and just under it. So I wish I could find an easier way to do this. Let me see if I can do this here like this. Okay, that may work. So again, right underneath the eyelash line. This is just going to make it thicker looking. And you need to do this with waterproof because otherwise it could, like, you have raccoon eyes after. They'll just like melt down. The eyeliner will. And I'll admit this did take some practice because I it was like sensitive. And then what I do is I go right above the eyelashes, right on that line. And it just thickens it a little bit. Oops. And then as you get closer to the inside, you just want to kind of fade it out. Just thin. You want it to look as natural as possible. Just like that there. And then we do the bottom. Start in the corner. And again, right along the lash line. And I just go lightly. Just like that. And the same on the other side. Oops. So you gotta be careful with that. But it happens sometimes, so you gotta be careful. Again, on the line. Bring it in. And then just thin as you get in. And then now from this side, start at the corner. That made my eyes water. Just like that. So after the eyeliner, we're going to put on the eyeshadow. These are our new eyeshadow sticks. I love these. They make it so easy and fast to apply eyeshadow. And they're very creamy and blendable. And you can build on them too if you want to make them darker. So the first one, this is my absolute favorite color here. This one is shimmer. This is a shimmer one, and this is Copper Nova. And these last a while. I've been using these since the beginning of November, and it is now the end of January, and I still have plenty. And I use these all the time. So they last a while. And you can use it in combination with the powdered Chroma Fusion eyeshadows if you wanted to. So I just take this, put this on the lid, and you just color it basically, put it right in the place you want it. And then you can blend it out with your fingers or you can use a brush, totally up to you. But if you only have your fingers to do it with, that's fine. Again, this one's Copper Nova. Very easy, very quick. And then I'm going to add, because I want to do a little more dimension on the eye here, I'm going to add radiant bronze, radiant bronze. And that's what this one here, a little darker. And I'm just going to draw a line from where the brow bone, just going to go on top of the brow bone and down to the corner of the eye. Like a 7. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to blend this one out and soften it up so there's no harsh lines. Just gives a little depth. And if you had wanted to go darker, you could. You could either use the darker color or just put another application of this on here. And once these are on, these are going to stay like all day. So don't have to worry about this coming off. There's no fallout. They're really great. I love them. It makes it so easy. Same with this side, up on the top of the brow bone, pretty much. Not directly under the brow, but you don't want it in the crease. Not at our age, because once you get older, you start getting a little more hooded, and if you put it in the crease, you're just not going to see it. It's not going to do anything. So you want to go above to lift it, and that will lift your eye as well, the appearance. And again, blend it out so there's no harsh lines. And I'm going to just go a little darker. And soften that up. Just like that there. And now I'm going to go in around the inner part of the eye here with a lighter color. Go way in here. Like that there. Same on this side. Here we go. And this one is Golden Sunrise is what I use on the inner. And that's that for the eyeshadows. And again, these last all day. They're blendable. They're buildable. They're in a really easy just to put it where you want, and there's no fallout. So we have is the next thing we have is the mascara. Now this is waterproof. This is the Great Heights waterproof mascara, and this is in black. And with this, one coat increases the length 35%, second coat 75%. So you don't need false lashes with this. You don't need to use tubing mascara. This works really good, and it's also gives you like a natural look. You don't want to look like you have big, huge, long, abnormal eyelashes. So maybe it's just don't go all the way to the inside. I just do the out, like halfway out, and then up the. And again, this is waterproof, so you are going to want to use a um, a liquid eye makeup remover. We have an oil-free eye makeup remover. It's amazing. I've been using it for years. Um, that gets this off because it won't come off with just water. I just use one coat on the bottom. I will go in with a second coat on the top though. And when you remove the liquid or the eye mascara, don't pump because you push air in and you'll dry this out. A mascara, you should replace one every 3 months. There we go. Nice and natural. Gives a little bit of thicker than, they make more visible than before. So again, that's 2 coats. And you could even go in with a third coat if you wanted to. Again, that's the Great Heights waterproof mascara. We do have this in a not waterproof as well, but I like the waterproof. It lasts all day for me. Okay, so the next step is the lips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our lip liner here. This here is waterproof lip liner, and it is in mauve. Now, as we get older, we start seeing the lines around our lips. So what I do is I use our wrinkle filler in the morning when I do my skincare to help around it here. And then when you do the lip liner, what I do is I like to just gently tug the lip tight and then draw the line, because otherwise you'll get a line, but it's not going to be even. You'll have like all these little spaces in between. So just I tug. I start at the top here. See how that's nice and smooth? But if I don't tug and I do this and you pull, you leave like little spaces, and then the lipstick can bleed through. Again, I do wrinkle filler, so it sort of helps as well. But if you don't have the wrinkle filler, go ahead and just gently pull So you straighten out those lines in your lips, and then you can draw in them. Like that. Now don't draw all the way down, because as we age, our mouth, the lines drop. I don't want to accentuate that. I want to bring it up. The bottom, I start almost at the corner and go in. Like that there. And then what I'm going to do to make your lipstick last longer, there's a couple things you can do. Just color in here, like you can just dot and then rub. That'll help keep your lipstick lasting longer. Another thing you can do is you would take one, after you do that, you take one layer of lipstick. And this is rosewood. Put it on and then blot it. Put another coat on, blot it, and then put another coat on. That builds it up and will help it last longer. There. And then I'm going to use, this is Unique Mauve lip gloss. And just give it a little more shine. And there you have it. All set. My look is done for the day. I hope you enjoyed. The links to all the colors that I use will be in the description.